Yeah, starting in just a few minutes, VIP. Getting everything ready for you. Making sure everything is running right. Sorry about Friday. Taking off here in just a few minutes. Man, full of phlegm today. Ian Flemmy. Gross. All right, well, that looks good. I'm not getting any messages from YouTube. It says the stream is excellent. Good, good, good. Friday, we were having all kinds of technical problems. Just too many, so I just went ahead and canceled Friday. Made that executive decision, you know. The hard choices. Hopefully today's going to be much better. So this gold mission popped up. Jeez. Pretty excited about that. All right, there we are, top of the hour. Hey, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Self. Gonna be taking you, Mr. or Mrs. VIP, down to the Cannes Film Festival. I've never been there. Seems like it'd be a pretty good time. So we're looking at the reverse end of it. Arrival, up at the top. Be flying this course. Taking off the north end of France, I'm guessing. It says Cannes Palais de Festivals. Mr. Thomas Gibbons is off to a major event to meet an artist he's close to, who's also one of our loyal clients. With his tux and on the red carpet waiting, it's the place to be with all the stars. A night to remember. LFBY to LFMN. Oh, you're not seeing that. I'm a dummy. Let's fix that. There we go. There's the route. Says it should be about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Again, welcome. Sorry about Friday. We were having lots of technical problems. Microsoft kept dropping connection, so I just figured, okay, let's just skip it. All right, looks like everything is going good today, though I haven't had any drops. Now, I'm not completely 100% familiar with this plane. It's the Pilatus, but I mean, it's a turboprop, and I'm used to flying the TBM 90. One of the things that's really different about this one is the avionics suite by Honeywell, which I'm not 100% with either, but this shouldn't pose too much of a problem. Right, it's pretty straightforward, and our flight plan is already set up in the AFB, so I don't really have to muck with the avionics too much, I don't believe. And if all goes well, we'll make 26,660 credits on this flight. So let's get to it, shall we? Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I could really use your support. Now, my schedule has been all over the place, and it's going to get even weirder. I'm starting another job tomorrow, which is good. That's great. That's good. But it's going to be during the day, so I'm going to probably have to start streaming in either late afternoons or early evening. So, got to do what we got to do. Very powerful planes. Okay. Got caught up on the propeller. Those beefy exhausts. Very hot area. Do not touch.
Waiting for your instructions to start boarding. Ground service. This is flight RAW 75-9 parking 2. Clear to start passenger boarding.
Captain, we are at 50% of tank.
Captain? Got an important thing in nice waiting for me. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. Now, again, if you want to have a more advanced experience, you can pull up the EFB and you can do everything by checklist. We're not going to be doing that today. We're just going to be getting to it. My throttle's all the way down. Let everything fire up. So, yeah, this avionics suite, all these screens here. I heard these are all Honeywell, and I guess they're really advanced. I mean, I've played with them before. But it's been a long time since I've been flying. And so, you know, I don't mess with this a lot. But I guess one of the beautiful things is a lot of these are touch screens and have a lot of great features. So people love it. The only thing I really need to do, make sure our inertial separator.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759 are ready to copy IFR clearance to Nice.
Let's go ahead and turn on our beacon. Or nav.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er is cleared to Nice Airport as filed. Runway 25. Climb and maintain flight level 290. Departure frequency is 125.6. Squawk 7105.
Okay.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
You didn't even give me a moment to respond. Yes, I heard you.
Cleared to Nice as filed. Runway 25. Climb and maintain flight level 290. Departure frequency is 125.6. Squawk 7105.
7105.
Whiskey 759er.
Now, when you just play this casually and you hit your response, it'll go.
Whiskey 759er. Readback correct. Contact ground on 121.775. Good day.
Okay, so.
Wanted to drop by.
Lord.
Say hello before you leave for Nice today with Mr. Gibbons on board. He's part of a celebrity's entourage, probably joining her for an event. Well, it's about time. Provide him with the finest service. I know I can count on you. Have a great flight.
Right.
Ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Taxi to and hold short of runway 25 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.25 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 25 using taxiway Alpha. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
Okay, so what I was going to say is when you're just doing it up here and you're just hitting R to respond and it's telling you to change frequencies, again, you can do all that manually if you want. You can go into your comms and you can do exactly that. You can enter your frequencies in and get your squawk codes in and everything else. If you just hit R, it'll go ahead and set all those for you, right? So you can approach this any way you want. If you've never flown before and you're like, man, this is going to be too hard. No, it's not. It's not. You can do this very, very casually and take it at your own speed, right? If you want to get into it and be all Mr. and Mrs. Hardcore, do everything by the book, do everything properly yourself, you can. Okay. Is this our separator or our gear? I need to find our separator. That's landing gear. Don't want to do that now. Where is this? Really? Don't take off on me. What are you doing? I don't have any.
Welcome on board flight.
I don't have any throttle and it was taken off.
From nice to nice. We'll be shortly in line for takeoff.
Careful of that.
Fasten your seatbelts and secure all baggage underneath your seat. And to make sure your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please switch all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, to airplane mode. This is a non-smoking flight. Thank you for choosing Radiant Airways.
I should be able to turn. Now, that's a bug I was having with the helicopter the other day. As soon as they tell you or give you a message, all of a sudden your throttle's kicking in and you got no throttle. You're sitting at idle. Okay, so I'm not really sure why it's doing that. It really shouldn't be taking off on me. I know the thing's got a lot of power, but dang! You don't want it doing that. So just to be very careful. And again, it's already overspeeding for taxi speeds. Man, settle down. You might want to be tapping your brakes frequently as you're taxiing in this thing. That's just too fast. So I'm not going to be able to give this guy the best experience when I'm having to do stuff like this. Keep tapping the brakes on him. And be trying to sip his beverage back there. Sorry about that, mister. Wow, it's having us go to the whole short way down there. Shouldn't even be on the runway. Well, okay, we'll do what they want. But usually I don't want to be on a runway.
Taxi speeds too high, Captain.
Yeah.
You should throttle back.
I have no throttle. I'm an idle. So yeah, that's a problem. And as you see, I'm already getting yelled at for excessive taxi speeds. Normally, again, I don't want to be on a runway, and I don't know why they routed me this way. But it is what it is. Normally, I'd rather stay on a taxiway and not be taxiing on a runway down to another whole shop, just hold short, just to turn around and take off from the other direction. Yeah, how weird. But, you know, that's Microsoft Flight Simulator. See, that's the way it should have routed us. It should have routed us across to the other taxiway and then come down here. We didn't get any indicators. I probably should have just done it myself. Now I'm feeling rather sheepish. She does turn very nice. Okay, I wanted to find that separator.
Whiskey 759er at runway 25 ready for departure.
It's park and brake. You turn on yaw damper.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, QNH 101 tree. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
I don't see a yaw damper. There it is. Okay, what I'm looking for is something that says it's called the inertial separator. And it's usually something that looks like this right here.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, please acknowledge.
I'm acknowledging.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
So like I said, not 100% familiar with this aircraft. But okay, so an inertial separator. Sounds like something out of Star Trek. It's not that. There it is, right there. Looks like it's digital. Okay. All right. So with you, when you have a powerful engine like this and you're taxiing around and you're getting ready to take off, okay, heavy particles can get pulled into the engine. And the separator puts up this little baffle, and the way it routes it is all these heavy particles that might be pulled into the engine get thrown out. Okay? So about up to 1,000 feet or so, and then you turn the thing off. And that's all it is doing. It's just a baffle.
Ladies and gents, this is First Officer Jeff Roy speaking. Estimated flight time in ICE is 74 minutes. We remind you to keep your seatbelt fastened.
Everybody in this simulator looks so creepy. All right. Hey, if I'm not following you on YouTube, please say hi or leave an emoji or something in the chat so I can immediately go to your channel and hit and subscribe. Do. They didn't give us. Actually, pause for a moment. Let me bring up our flight plan. See what kind of altitudes they want. Let me set my altitude. Heading them, no altitude there. Climb. Not getting anything here either. All right, well, what is our altitude right now? We're at 100 feet. All right, well, let's go up to at least 2,500. There's 2.5. Air traffic control will probably set us up, but for right now, okay, have flight level change ready. Bank limiter, half bank. I don't think we have any minimums. This is a neat avionics system. I should really do some tutorials on this. Put in a bit of flaps. Where's the main autopilot button? Right here. Auto throttle, huh? That's nice. Now, how do I make sure this thing is on FMS? Meaning, okay, FMS. Meaning the autopilot. It's not trying to... It's trying to follow GPS and not a localizer. I don't really care for obstructions in the middle of the windshield. Don't like it.
Rotate.
2,900 feet. Track landing gear.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, contact Bordeaux Center on 125.6. Good day.
Knowledge handoff.
6 for Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Bordeaux Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er is passing 1400 climbing flight level 290. Kin Romeo Alpha.
What's going on here?
Bordeaux Center, QNH
Flaps?
01 tree. Radar contact, continue.
Alright, let me turn the separator off. Set this to 2.9. 2.9. What is our speed? 121. Okay. Let's see if we need to set this thing to auto throttle down here at all. Not that I see. Let's see what happens when we turn on the auto throttle. There we go. And let's go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Nav 1 is set. Turn on the bank limiter. $152, $154, 60. And flaps are up, gears up, separator off. Very pretty. I would love to visit France one of these days. That'd be great. A lot of places in the world I'd like to see. I'm really actually attracted to history. I really like ancient history. So, you know, Greece would be up there. Rome, Egypt. Yeah. Doing the route of Alexander the Great. I've done that in the aircraft, and I did a in one of my world tours early on.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
Sure. Hit that flight level change button. Should take care of it for us. It's up to 29. Not that we had to go far. But let's see about age. I'll have to double check with air traffic control if they give us a barometer. Should have done ATIS before I left. ATIS is just like the weather. It tells you the weather and visibility, and it gives you your barometer setting. Usually on a clear day like this, it's 2992.
Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey.
Yeah, so the barometer's off then.
Expedite your climb flight level 290.
Because we are at 290. Let's see if I can get an ATIS report. No. So we're going to end up eating a couple of these messages telling us to climb. Let's see here. QNH. They don't give it to us in... It's 1013. So in America, in the United States of America, we do it in the barometer.
Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
So in America, we usually do like, 2992, and it's in inches, something like that. And in Europe, it's different. They call it QNH, and it's done by a different number system. So let's... Oh, do shut up.
759er contact Bordeaux Center on 120 decimal tree. Good day. Going to 120 decimal tree.
So here's the barometer button.
Whiskey 75.
And if we push it, it should make it to the Q and H. Maybe. There we go. No, that's standard. No, standard. Standard.
Bordeaux Center. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er is passing 2,900 climbing flight level 290. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, Bordeaux Center, QNH 101 tree. Radar contact, continue.
So again, it's giving it the barometer reading in QNH instead of whatever we call it here in the United States of America. There's nav select. That was the wrong thing to push.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
Huh. So, let me see if there's a conversion, if I can do a conversion. Or let's just see if I can do an auto set. Normally when you press that button again, it switches between European and American. Borrow. Okay, altimeter. Set AP current out. Set altimeter to MSL pressure. They're saying use the comma. I will try it. Didn't do anything. Still 2992. Okay.
Kin Romeo 9er, please expedite your climb flight level 290.
There goes Microsoft again. Disconnecting and connecting. I don't know what their problem is lately. Altimeter setting calculator.
Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
Okay, so QNH versus QFE. Calculate QNH. QNH refers to the altimeter setting, blah, blah, blah. Mean sea level is indicated. QNH.
Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
1-3. Let me try this. 1-3.
Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
Caution, Captain. Flaps overspeed.
What the hell happened there? I hit the B key down to try to auto barometer and it put flaps in. Lord, everything is broken. So it says they got rid of the auto barrel. Huh. Set altimeter to MSL pressure. Didn't do a darn thing. Still at 2992.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Please expedite your climb flight level 290.
That'd be 28.9. Let's try 289. It says 1013 H pascals, approximately 289 mercury. So two, 8, 9. And put back in our flight level change. That's several hundred feet off when your barometer is off. Uh, 29,000, not 2,900. Haha. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. Get up there with the airliners. My man, they want you at 29,000 feet. Thank you so much. That's interesting. There we go. Man. Boy, do they. Thanks so much. That was SAR Medic 911 coming to save the day. My hero. All right. Oh yeah. Those gates way up there. Such a different avionics suite. It's really nice, but don't have much experience with it. What's happening here?
This is pretty distressed from the bumpy road.
What the hell happened there? Still in flight level change, still in autopilot. Yaw damper's on. Nav is on. Bank limiter was on, so that shouldn't happen. So what's happening now? She wants to roll over. Oh, interesting. What's going on? We need 11,000 feet. Well, I don't know. Let's turn off the autopilot for a moment. So we get up to height, I guess, and then we'll try to re-engage the autopilot. I don't know why it would start wanting us to flip over on a climb. So that right there cost us pretty badly. We got an announcement from that the passenger wasn't happy. Yeah, it's a drag. Oh well, all part of learning. Oh, we have a push-pull barrow here. Does that change anything? No. $16,000. All I can think is that for whatever reason, the auto throttle maybe, I don't know. I thought maybe the auto throttle is causing a problem with the climb, but it doesn't seem likely. What's going on here with this? Flight director coupling. $20,000 feet. Try it again. Let me put it back in the nav. Did it change source on us? Flight plan source. Check barometer setting. And that just sets it back to standard.
Alpha Whiskey 759er contact Bordeaux Center on 121.25. Good day. 121.25. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Bordeaux Center. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er is
Oh yeah.
level 255, climbing flight level 290.
Where sometimes changing your view is coupled to something else, like changing your cockpit control view. For example, yeah, sure enough, elevator down, pitch down. When I'm doing a view forward, translate view forward. That's the only thing it should be set to. So This doesn't even have its own profile. I thought the Pilatus had its own profile. No, one for the TBM. Ah, there's Pilatus right there.
.759er, Bordeaux Center. Radar contact.
Thank you for that. All right, so now let's figure out what's going on with it's not being on the right course again. We do have nav preview. Should be on FMS. That's FMS. So it says, but it's green and not magenta. Usually you shouldn't have to have VNav in. It's 28,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Thank you. That was exactly right. That was it.
We are currently cruising at an altitude of 28,500 feet at an airspeed of 150 knots. It's 12:33 p.m. and are expecting to land in nice approximately at 2:09 p.m. local time. Current temperature of 59 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
See what it does here as we cross over. See if it lines up again, or if not, again, it says it's switched over. For advances, is when they make them more advanced, sometimes it's too confusing. Flight plan source, flight plan. In it. Flight plan. Yeah, I'm gonna need some training on this one. I don't want to update anything. VFR, DME. Okay, we're proper. There we go. Now we're magenta. See if it takes it. Yeah, looks like we're back on track with it being on the GPS. All right. We should be good. Should. It worked itself out. Maybe it's like the Boeing, you know, and you got to be within 500 feet of the dang thing, the vector, and then it picks an I don't know. I will watch some more videos this week on the Pilatus and the avionics in this thing, because I'm sure now this part of the career mode I'm going to end up using this. I'm going to end up using this plane more and more frequently. Can't say for certain, but chances are. Once I get it, I get it. Once I understand it, I'll understand it. Now that I've gone through so many different types of aircraft and different avionics system, it's just understanding the differences between them. But overall, once you get it, you get it. I grab my coffee here and raise a toast to you. Again, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Thank you for jumping in and being a co-pilot today. So here's to you. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. I think I'm following you. If I'm not, let me go double check that. Nope. I am now. Some guy who had the pleasure of working as a paramedic and search and rescue member manager. That's awesome. Man, you're a real life superhero. I see tropical landings, and you're playing Arc Raiders. That looks fun. A pleasure to be following you, Captain. Wow, real life superhero. I'm following a gentleman out of Germany who's a young guy. He's 18 this year, I think, and he's getting his glider pilot. He's got huevos of steel. Really a talented young man. Brave. That's cool. You did search and rescues. And you're paramedic. Team Rubicon. Disaster response. Oh, man. Well, yeah, I know. That's how the superhero types are. They're like, look, don't call me a superhero. Look, I'm not a hero. I get it. But to us mere mortals, come on. We have to have our heroes. All right, let me turn down the engine noise a little bit. We're on the cruise phase, so I found some music, not the longest stuff, in YouTube's creator music this week for us to enjoy on the flight. Little short ones, but nice nonetheless. So engines, turn them down. There we go. Nice and quiet. All right, so the first one we have here is, again, these are all kind of like 2 minute and 15, 2 minute and 30 second audio clips. But this is Audio Hertz, Mission to Mars. 51 minutes after the hour. Audio Hertz, Mission to Mars. We heard this one the other day. This is Audionautics Atlantis. Sorry if the audio was low. So I do enjoy the plane a lot. I enjoy the TBM 90, which I've spent more time in. I mean, basically the same kind of plane. You got your turboprop, and just make sure you get your separator on. It is the avionics again. It's yeah, there's a lot to it, and I'm used to that more iPad. I mean, again, just a couple of tutorials and really spending a little bit more time with it, and I'm sure it won't be a problem after a while. And I'm probably going to be in this plane more and more at this level of the career mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, and again, I'm almost certain there's going to be some fantastic videos out there going through it all. It's just at first glance, it's like, oh my. But, great stuff. Terrain, weather. I've been just trying to find the flight plan in general. It makes me want to default to the EFB. Because at least this I can understand a little bit better. But 6 years as a paramedic, that's it. Again, there's certain jobs that just I don't think the average person is just capable of dealing with. There's so many jobs out there that require a special kind of person that has one fantastic constitution and just steel nerves, and one is paramedic, another one is police officer. Anybody who works in those kind of fields, paramedic, police, detectives. I could never be a homicide detective. I mean, that's just too much. It's too much on the soul. And I don't know how people do it. They're living saints, I tell you. They are heroes, closest that there are to superheroes in this world. So again, just the hat off to you. Oh, this one, you used this one a lot for your med cargo? Okay. What else we have here? So we heard Atlantis by Audionautics. Here's another one from them. This is Seductress Dubstep. Loud. There's your swap. These out here actually do anything. Filters. Okay, that's a filter. URs, NDBs, intersections and waypoints. Weird.
Ken Romeo Alpha, Whiskey 75, 9er contact Bordeaux Center on 125 decimal tree 75. Good day. 125 decimal tree 75. Ken Romeo Alpha, Whiskey 759er. Bordeaux Center, Ken Romeo Alpha, Whiskey 759er, flight level 290.
Oh, so I have to look forward to that.
Alpha, Whiskey 759er, Bordeaux Center, radar contact, continue.
You flew the PC-24 and crashed it immediately? That's what I do daily. It looks the same, but it flies super heavy. The drag on the range, change it. It's a heavy, heavy plane, huh? So here's our radars. We don't really need anything. Got clear sky. Okay, north up, center to waypoint, skipped waypoint. And we pulled that one up nearest. Charts. SIDS and stars, approach, nothing. All right, well, now how do we get out of it? Okay, back to map. Databases, okay. Yeah, I just don't see where you, like in the EFB, where you pull up your flight plan. And there's a flight plan button. Let's see here. Okay, so I see. Here's all your these speeds. And what about the range button? So different. See, here's a range button. but it's not affecting this map. Another radio down here. There's our transponder. So you can do it up here too. That range does not affect this one either. Oh, that's right. You click and drag. That's right. So right here on this, I saw that. I had forgotten about it. That's right. You click and drag. So there's that discontinuity at BDAM. So we'll get to BDAM, and then we'll see if we can do a direct to like ABDIL. Thank you for that. So here's that discontinuity. Delete waypoint. All right, that fixed it. Yeah, let me show you what Sarmedic just told again. That for your range and your distance, it's this blue box right here. You just click into it and pull up or down on your mouse. Very pretty. Have you created a company yet? Or are you still doing career stuff? I'm holding off. I mean, I could, I'm getting really close to opening up everything. I've pretty much almost completed everything in both aircraft and helicopter. Not quite. I still have more to do in helicopter than aircraft. But everybody keeps telling me it's super expensive. Everything is super expensive, and the way you fly, me, meaning me, the way I fly, I'm going to be causing all kinds of damage to these planes and crashing. And they said, so unless you have lots of money saved up first, don't do a company. So I have not created any companies yet. And I don't know that I prefer any one job over the other. I really like cargo missions. And I really just like simple stuff like I like the Caravan a lot. And earlier on, before 2024 came out and I was doing the Neofly career, the Caravan is the way to go early on to make lots of money. And so I've spent most of my time in the Caravan. I really love that aircraft. And that's what I was kind of hoping to do again once I get all the certifications done, is to probably just take a lot of cargo missions. And I've got Bush Talk Radio, so I like flying around and doing audio tours and learning about historic places, and so that's probably what I will do when I create a company. I would really like to be able to use aircraft that are currently not available yet, and maybe at least the training level stuff. I'd like to use the eVTOLs. I'm very fond of the Archer Midnight now. Not a real heavy cargo plane, or the Joby at all, passenger stuff. But man, That technology is far out. I really enjoy flying those aircraft. I also picked up the Short Brothers, that World War II aircraft, the Flying Shoebox. I think that's what they call it. The Sky Van. And it's got a, you know, for a smaller aircraft, it's got a huge cargo capacity. But it really does. It's like a flying box. But I love it. We also got music here. Another one from Audionautics. I think that was like a 30-minute though. Here's one called Blue Dream by a band called Cheel.
Descend via ABDI 7 Romeo to 8000. Expect ILS Zulu runway 4 right approach via Mike Uniform Sierra transition.
8,000 feet. Turn off auto. Well, let me put back auto and off throttle. It should be able to handle the descent. Whoa. But I get an engine NG.
Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, please acknowledge.
Shouldn't be overspeeding with auto throttle on.
Descend via ABDI 7 Romeo to 8000. Expect ILS Zulu runway 4 right approach via Mike Uniform Sierra transition. Ken Romeo.
So I am speeding up an awful lot on the descent, even though auto throttle is on. And I got
Ken Romeo Alpha.
I had a warning.
59er contact Marseille Center on 130.85.
So I'm going to turn it off and throw it into idle for a minute. See if we can slow down. This thing's hell on wheels. At the start of this flight, even in idle, this thing was taking off on me. See if we have a speed brake.
Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Acknowledge last transmission.
Oh boy.
130.85 for Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
No, I don't see speed brake.
Marseille Center, Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er is passing flight level 220, descending 8,000 via the ABDI 7 Romeo arrival. Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, Marseille Center, radar contact, continue to Abdil. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly start our descent into Nice. Please turn off all electronic
Still speeding up.
and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Make sure your seat back is straight up and your belt is fastened.
All right, let me turn off
Carry-on items. Stow your
flight level change, and we'll do a vertical speed.
Service items to the flight attendants. Thank you.
And we'll change the vertical speed descent down to something easy like 2.5. It was at 4. Good. All right, so let me turn the auto throttle back off. See if we can slow down a little bit more. Still picking up speed. Now the vertical speed is not responding well. It's going up instead of down. I'm telling it to go down. Let's see, up. Okay. There we go. $1,800 feet. I'm still in idle. There we go. All right, so I was asking SAR Medic where his jobs were at in California, but you got to go where the jobs need you. Have you flown in all types of different aircraft? Again, depending on where the job is and what the job is. You know, I guess, what kind of aircraft did you fly in most? Did you fly in a lot of helicopters? Turn 68 knots. We shouldn't be turning. Oh, it's just making a correction. 12,000 feet. It's mutual aid. No, that's the one. This was like 32 minutes long. Wow, you got to fly in a Black Hawk. Oh, I missed that lovely bridge over there. Mostly you walked. That makes absolute sense. It's 9.3. When we get back to 8, I'll go ahead and put on the auto throttle again. All right, there's 8,000 feet. Speaking of companies again, another one that I might do is any ones that require like the. What are you looking at me for? Any ones that require like the A320 Neo. Done a lot of flying in that one. I really enjoy the Airbus aircraft, and I enjoy their FMC. It all seems to make sense to me. And I've spent a lot of time in the Airbus, and so I think, and without too many problems or mistakes. And as you see, I like listening to music, and in the past when I would do getting my night hours in and doing the aircraft, I would like to fly. I'd like to find call it public domain movies, like really old stuff from like 1930s or even earlier. Put on a movie, do some flying. So maybe hoping to do some more of that in the future. There's a setting for the artificial view on the left and right screens. Or the PDF button, PFD button. No. In-op. Gray box on the left side of the screen, about one halfway down. Ah, your overlay. Overlay, bato. I see. Very nice. Wonder why it flashes auto throttle instead of just being on. Oh, it turned off. There we go. Okay, so if you have auto throttle on, let me turn it back on, and you mess with your throttle at all, it throws it off. So now I'm out. Turn it back on. That's why the yellow flashing auto throttle. So again, let me toggle with, mess with my throttle. See how it goes, auto throttle. Reminds me of Colorado, some of these valleys. What are you currently playing now? I noticed that you were playing that Arc Raiders, and that looks like a first-person shooter. I don't know anything about it. Last first-person shooter I did, I tried out that latest Doom Dark Ages. I loved it. And for old people like me, there's settings you can change now. You know, not just setting it to easy, medium, or hard, or nightmare level. You can adjust things like the speed of the enemy or the speed of this, or, you know, and you can kind of find the speed that's right for you. That's not too insane and not too easy. And so you can kind of dial in what you're comfortable with in Doom Dark Ages. But what a fantastic game. I think I would even want to try to play that one again because they give you such interesting weapon combinations, trying out different things. So yeah, if you do like first-person shooters and you were ever into the Doom games, that was a lot of fun. You get to, in certain scenarios, you get to walk around in giant mecha, smash everything like you're Godzilla or something. It's pretty neat. So I am subscribed to you, and let me go back and make sure that Notify is on so that I can possibly return the favor if ever you're on. Notifications, subscribe. Do I have to hit Notify, or is that just all? All right, notifications are on. So anytime you're doing something in the future, if I catch you, I'll be happy to pop in and check out what you're doing. Okay, so you're doing stuff that your Arc Raiders one was just 13 days ago. So you're still active. The Arc Raiders looks like they've even got attack drones coming after you. I'm watching you do a zip line. Looks like you're in a compound. This one's titled No. LOL. What's going to happen here? Turn this down a little bit. Something bad must be about to happen because it's titled No. You're in some sort of underground, or just oh no, the doors are going up. So what happened? You all got trapped in in like a little bunker area. I saw the doors going up, and then I heard somebody say no. So you get trapped in there, and it like gasses you or something. Makes you respawn. No PvP unless you want it. the guy doesn't make it in. And it's not PvP unless you want it. It's open world team stuff. That's nice. They really are blessed with beautiful earth over there. Everything is so green still. So many trees. Rich greens, too. Like Germany. Germany is really pretty, too. It's been a real joy flying around the world in the simulator. Aha. That's how you end the session and return to base. The guy didn't make it inside. Are you still in California? I'm in Colorado, and we're actually doing pretty good. We didn't get hit with the latest snow like everybody else east of us. At least here in Colorado Springs, where I'm at, it's very, very cold, and we got a light snow, which is surprising. I thought that we would get hit with it pretty good, but we haven't been. So no accumulation.
Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er contact Marseille Center on 124.5.
124.5. And today the sun's out. It's still only in the 40s here in Colorado Springs.
124.5.
But it's not bad, and the roads are clear.
759er. Marseille Center, Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, 8000.
Marseille Center, QNH 101 Radar contact. Continue to Abdil.
Roger, roger. $70 degrees and sunny in California. Have family out in California. Haven't been in a while. Last time I was out was 2014. Mostly Sacramento area, and much as I remember it, I really enjoy Southern California. Had family down there in San Diego in the past, and I really enjoyed Southern California. It's very, very nice. Let's make sure we get to G-roll correctly. quite a bit of bug splatter this high up. And that happened. I like it. I really like California a lot, but then I end up missing my mountains. It's very pretty here in Colorado Springs. At least I think so. Can see Catalina Island on a clear day. I miss it's always about food with me. I miss the seafood. Miss cheap fresh seafood. And I heard they closed down up in San Francisco, like Fisherman's Wharf. You know, or maybe not, but I remember going out with my dad and we'd go fishing, and you could always get these awesome clam chowder bowls, and it's not the same anymore, but man, was the food good. Out east, too. Spent some time out in Maryland growing up. And that was a joy as a kid, man. All the neighbors would go crabbing in the day, and then everybody would hook up and do these giant crab boils in the evening. These long picnic tables. And just endless crab. You were a medic in San Francisco. Are you retired now? On your page, in the for the logo, it says deployed with Team Rubicon disaster response. Is that what you do now? So are you still actively involved, or? Team Rubicon. Do you work with Homeland? That's neat. Broadcast tower. That's lovely. Making our turn to Girol. Las Vegas next. Just a volunteer now, huh? Last deployment was to Guatemala. FEMA. Okay, so FEMA, not Homeland. That is a lot of experience. I would imagine Las Vegas would be crazier, but then again, San Francisco, I guess it's just no matter where at in the world you're at, it's going to be crazy. But boy, both of those places seems like you're going to run into all kinds of crazy. And that's what I mean. I mean, being a person that can deal with not only an emergency situation, but the crazy on top of it sometimes. And that's only from watching, you know, the true crime, true documentaries on stuff like that. Just being on the streets in Vegas, boy, do you see some crazy. Used to go there a lot more when I was, I want to say younger, just in past years. I was transporting cars a lot. We were working with the dealership out in Vegas. And so I get to spend a bit of time out there. Well, I hope everything is mostly peaceful in your life. I thought I had most of my point of interest stuff on. Let me double check. I haven't really been seeing any. they put all that stuff now? Oh well. Too late now. Work on that later. Hello to Gabriel Lincia. Lincina. Sorry. Gabriel Lincina. You don't have any content up yet, but I'm subscribed. And I've got notifications on, Gabriel, so if and when you choose to put up any content, I'll be checking it out. Thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate it. How are you today? Almost there. We just have a little bit to go. What I didn't do is check out the chart. So 3,000 feet. And ILS frequency is 1017. Okay, so it's already in there, 1017. That's good. That's very nice of them. I was doing search and rescue a week and a half ago. And then I don't know what happened. I was making my way through the search and rescue missions, and then all of a sudden, there weren't any. I haven't looked in the last day or so, but for whatever reason, all my search and rescue helicopter missions went away. Okay. Airport charts. Yeah, I noticed that they had a button for charts. For right here, but yeah, I don't know how to, again, to pull up what I'm looking for. It's so much easier to pull it up in the EFB. Basically, I'm just making sure that I had the right altitude in case air traffic control doesn't put us at 3,000 feet. And make sure that we have the ILS frequency in there.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Keep speed not above 250 knots.
Okay, we're at 225.
Keep speed not above 250 knots. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
I hit the map button again. Yeah, when I clicked chart, it happened to me too. Came in here and I hit charts, and then I'm like, where's the backspace? How do you get out? Just hit the map button again. I can't tell if this is a discontinuity or if this is the runway down here or there's a discontinuity and it's actually the airport is what I'm seeing over here. And I don't know if you need to load it in like you do with certain other. Well, we'll know in a minute. So yeah, again, what I'm confused about right at the moment, again, is if this is the runway and approach here, and this is... What does this say? This just says must, a manual. Must... Yeah, okay, so here's the approach. Manual NA 155, 125. What's all this over here? 155. Yeah.
Alpha Whiskey 759er, contact Marseille Center on 120.85. Good day.
So there's a discontinuity here at manual over to NA 155.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Did you copy?
Copying now, Commander.
120.85 for Kin Romeo.
Fly 090 are assigned. LNAV disengages after turn.
Marseille Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, 8,000.
Fly 090 is assigned.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, Marseille Center, QNH 101 tree. Radar contact. Continue to Tipic.
Click on Tipic waypoint and drag with the mouse to scroll. Tipic. Ah. Okay, then we'll see. The next one is just a waypoint, though. Manual to NA 155 waypoint. NA 155. NA 125. Yeah, with like other Garmin, or other Garmin versions, your approach, you actually like load it in. So we can try a direct to, but here's our turn to set. I'm still hoping that there's a way to just load it, and there's not a way seemingly to load it from the EFB. Let's see here. So we'll hit this right here, and then airport arrival. So we're here. This is it. Fly to disengage. Try to activate that. Todd. So X-Todd does come up. There it is. Excuse me.
Alpha Whiskey 759er. Contact Nice Tower on 122.38 when inbound.
Okay, let's try this one. NA155. Direct to activate. Got it.
Whiskey 759er. Acknowledge last transmission.
I think we got it, Captain.
Tower on 122.38. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
NA155.
Nice Tower, Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Tree 1 mile southwest. Inbound ILS Zulu runway. 4 right approach.
Back to the charts.
Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er. Nice Tower. QNH 101 tree. Cleared ILS Zulu runway. 4 right approach.
They're not telling us to come down, but I'm going to go ahead and start coming down to 4.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway. 4 right approach. Kin Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er.
65. 53. No. It's 4,000. Light level change. Don't actually have a these don't actually match up like a waypoint. Excuse me. So full of phlegm. So these don't actually like match up with the thing. You know, we've got a D4-8, D9-3, D12-3, but on the up here, you know, we're dealing with 125 NA that's labeled differently. It's not your standard waypoint information. 125. That's 10 miles. So I'm guessing, yeah, this range is, so let's set that to 10. There's 10 miles. So when we hit that, so let's just set this for 3 then. $3,000. And flight level change. 209 knots. All right, kind of tired of that one. Let's put on something fun. Kevin McLeod, Hitman. A little bit more exciting. All right, let's put our, might be a little early, but let's kick our separator on. Okay, we're making our turn. Go ahead and put the landing gear down.
Caution, Captain. Overspeed.
All right, let's not do that then. We turn off the auto throttle. Oh, it didn't like that. There's 160. $140. $130. $26. Almost an idle. Let me try flaps 10 here. That's not bad. We didn't get a warning. Haha, yeah. Tense music. 120. Just double checking the landing gears down. I'm seeing a 70 arrow on the speed indicator. Let's turn on the approach. See what this does. Do we have an approach on here? Approach. There we go. Right there. So the ILS should be handling the descent now. Should be. Okay, on the localizer. Yeah. Don't look at me, dude. Look out the window. These guys are so creepy. Ninety knots. Ah, come on, slow down. I apologize for YouTube if it's been throwing out ads like crazy. I've tried to turn it down to low, or like only every 18 minutes or so. That might even be too many. But if I try to set it to its own, like, high, medium, or low, it just seems to spawn ads like crazy no matter what. I know I don't like them. I always end up going back into the edits and just chopping out about 90% of the ads at places. It's ridiculous. You know, I suppose if, you know, trying to make that money, I suppose, but just too annoying. Like as we're coming in for landing, it threw up a sign. Gonna play an ad. Like, no, you're not. So, I've never been, I don't think I've been here before. This is where all the hoi polloi come. This is where the Cannes Film Festival is at. And I'm sure it's wonderful.
759er, wind calm, clear to land runway 4 right.
Fantastic.
Clear to land runway 4 right. Kin Romeo Alpha, Whiskey 759er.
Shouldn't be a problem at all. Again, I can't thank you enough for coming out and spending even a minute of your day hanging out with me here. I really appreciate it. It's really nice to meet you. I'm glad I'm following your channel. Again, just the biggest salute. It's really nice. And again, you know, I know how you see, you might see yourself, but for somebody like me, you know, it's like meeting a superhero, meeting a hero. And again, in this world, we sure need our heroes. All right. Turn back up the engine noise. Music's off. I got an interesting app called Bush Talk Radio. Again, it does all these audio tours when you're flying around doing sightseeing. But one of the neat things is, at least when it first came out, you could pick up almost every local radio station as you're flying around. And it says pull up. It's really neat when you're flying around Europe and other places and you get to listen to their local radio stations. It's a hoot. Tell me, ground proximity. But it's under the control of the ILS. I can turn it off. Let's turn off autopilot.
Autopilot.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to Can. Hands, Can, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Nice, nice touchdown.
Ken Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, turn next taxiway.
For the first,
Romeo Alpha Whiskey 759er, contact ground.
he told me to take the taxiway. I took it, and then he penalized me for it. This damn thing sometimes.
No takeoff. No takeoff.
For the first 2 years of doing Flight Simulator, and this is going back quite a ways, I couldn't stick a landing. And I developed a phobia early on. And then I couldn't land. And no matter if I was 10 miles out at the right height, at the right speed, whatever, I could never stick a landing. And so I wanted to quit for so long. And I did for a while. I'm like, if I can't stick a landing in the simulator, then just hang it up. And then Microsoft released Microsoft Flight, which a lot of people crapped on, saying it wasn't a good simulator. But one of the things about it is they released the Icon A5, which is a sport plane in the real world, and really limited cockpit, and it flies more like a car, and you're really low to the ground making transitions, and I could see the runway out in front of me. And I started sticking landings, maybe 5-10%. I still had to be lined up 10 miles out, perfect height. Everything's got to be perfect. The hell are they putting me? Why do they want me back here? What? Just skip. Anyway, I finally started sticking landings and breaking my phobia. And,
Thanks for the flight, Captain. Hope to work together again soon. It's been a pleasure, even if the flight was challenging for everyone.
yeah, that was,
Thanks for the flight, Captain. Hope to work together again soon. It's been a pleasure, even if the flight was challenging for everyone.
yeah. And so finally started sticking landings, and they didn't always have to be perfect. And then I got into the Daredevil mode. That Icon A5 allows you to fly like, it's insane. So then I'm like, I don't care how high up, how far back, I'm going to just come down whenever I feel like it. And then after that, things weren't so difficult, and I decided, okay, now that you can actually land, start watching real-world training videos on learning this stuff and get to it. And it's been a lot of fun ever since. Quite a few penalties on this one. I expect we're going to get a little bit of a reputation hit because of some of the problems. Let's see. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. They took a huge chunk from me last week off some pretty meaningless stuff too. So I have a long way to build my reputation back up, but that's all we have is time. Speaking of time, I haven't been able to commit to a schedule because, you know, odd jobs have been coming in, and another one that I'm going to be starting tomorrow is going to be eating up my daytime hours. So going into this week, I might be moving later towards more late afternoon or evening hours on any live streams. So just a heads up on that. I can't, again, I can't thank you enough. It's a real pleasure to meet you. It's a real pleasure to have met you. And got you on Notify, so I'll be looking to see what you're up to. Spend a lot of time repairing tires and gears. That's going to be me. I'm trying to get through all of these still. Again, I've got them all pretty much unlocked now, with the exception of the Beluga at that end and the power lift rating on this end. But there's still all those prerequisites you have to do. So I'm working my way mostly through hook endorsement, hoist endorsement, pilot transport license, rotorcraft, and not a whole lot of these out here still. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to create a company. And I don't know which one I want yet, what I want to do, but I just don't see cargo. Oh, there it is, just right there, cargo transport. Yeah, that's the Caravan. This is probably going to be my favorite right there. Anyway, we'll see. Thank you so much again. I'm going to get going and get out of here. 3:18 in the afternoon here. And I hope to see you again. And cheers. I hope you have a fantastic remainder of your day. Thank you so much.